So, good afternoon. I think it is afternoon now. Good afternoon. I'm Frances Rayner. I'm Fitness and Wellbeing Coach. I'm bringing to you today my seated exercise class called SitFit. And this class is designed for anybody, really. So you could be a senior adult, you could be someone with limited range of movement, you could be someone who is unable to leave your house for whatever reason. You may be recovering from something like COVID, or you may be recovering from some kind of long-term health condition. And as long as your GP has said that you are fit and well to exercise, this is a really good starting point. The other thing about SitFit is that it's a great starting point for someone who wants to build their fitness. So if your fitness level is 0 and you really don't know where to start, then this is a great place for it to begin. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start, we're going to have a little warm up, and then we are going to have a little cardio exercise session. So we're going to try and bring up the heart rate a little bit. And we're also then going to have a bit of resistance work. Now, I've got a band for that resistance, but actually you don't need a band at all, or you might have some little hand weights. You can use whatever you want, but do find a second now to grab that if you want to use a band for that resistance work. Yeah, I want you to go at your own pace. There is no need to keep up with me, though, do as much as you can. And all the way through the session, I will make sure that I keep saying to you about how you can adapt it, what you can do differently. What I would like is you to feed some comments into the comment section if you can. It'd be brilliant to know where you're joining me from today. So I'm in Norfolk, beautiful sunny Norfolk today. Where are you coming from? So let me know in the comments. And if there's anything you want to tell me as we go along, then please do pop those in the comments and I'll try to have a look. The difficulty is I'm sat on this chair looking at this screen and I want to engage you in that. But if I can see comments coming through, I'll have a go at answering them. And if I can't do it throughout the session, then I'll do it at the end. Okay, right. So I've got 3 different pieces of music, one for the warm up, one for the cardio, one for the resistance work. 4 pieces, and then we're going to do a little cool down. So if you see me get up and move to the side, that's because I've just gone to change the music. I'm not disappearing, so don't worry. So one of the things that we need to be, hopefully you're all sat on a nice sturdy chair, something where your feet are planted on the floor. So if your feet are hovering, then you need to come forward in the chair. You may even need to change the chair that you're sitting in. It's really important that your feet are planted on the floor. If you're having a few issues with your back, then you may want to sit with your back against the back of the chair, or you could get yourself a nice cushion or a pillow to put so it kind of holds you in that nice alignment, nice and upright. What we also want is us to be in a neutral position. So we're going to just roll our shoulders, just roll them around 2 or 3 times, let them drop, and then we're sat in that nice upright neutral position, and this is where we want to start from. And if at any time you find yourself slouching or them shoulders coming forward, then take yourself back into that neutral alignment. Okay, all right, so without further ado, I'm just going to re-pop the music back on. Let me just, okay, hopefully you can hear. We've got some nicer, this is some nice Ibiza music, just to get us in the mood for that sunshine. Make us all feel good, hopefully. At least we can think we're in somewhere nice and bright and sunny, even if we're not. So we're going to warm up from the neck downwards. So we're going to warm up from the neck, the shoulders, the midsection. We're going to do upper body, we're going to do arms, lower body, legs, and then we are going to do a little bit of ankle work before we start. But we're only a few minutes to get ourselves warmed up for the main section. So we're going to start by, let's look right. So we're looking to the side. We're not looking over our shoulder. We're looking to the side. We come back to center and we look to the side again. So we're just going from right to center to left. If you've gone the other way, don't worry, really doesn't matter. One of the things I love about SitFit as well is we do a lot of work on coordination. So it's all about trying to keep that brain working, functional activities, making sure we're strong and our muscle mass continues to stay in a good state. Okay, come back to the middle. This time we're going down. So we're taking that ear to our shoulder. So we're keeping those hips forward in the chair. And our ears are coming to our shoulder. Shoulders are staying down. We're not bringing the shoulder up to the ears. Fantastic. So we're going to do 3 more. 2 more. And then 1 more. And then we're going to shrug our shoulders. So bring that shoulder up to your ears. Again, keep your ears where they are. Let's not bring our ears down. We want our shoulders to come up towards our ears. Keeping that chin up, we're looking forward. Feet are planted firmly on the floor still. Well done. So 3, 2, 1. This time we're going to roll the shoulder back. So taking the shoulder round. We're keeping our hands coming back onto our thighs. It's very low level still. 1 more back, and then we're going to come forwards. Forward we go. Okay, so 3, 2, and 1. And this time we're going to take that elbow back. So we're rolling around that shoulder again, but this time that elbow's coming back up to shoulder height. If you cannot get your your elbow to that height, just take it to where it's comfortable. What we're trying to do is just to take that shoulder joint, warm it up, and increase some range of movement. So let's come forward. Good. Okay. Fantastic. Well done. So we're going to go 3 more. So 3, 2, and 1. This time arms going back. Nice big circles. So taking that shoulder joint back is not always the easiest direction, but we're going to have a go. 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to come forwards. Big circles now. Really good. Well done. Okay. Let's give it 3 more. So 3, 2, and 1. This time, let's come forward in our chair a little bit. So we're going to shoulder press with the hands, and the heel comes forward with the leg. So heels are extending. At the same time, you're taking those hands up, shoulder press. Good. So 3, 2, and 1. And this time, toe tap forward, chest press. So we're working through that lower body now. Also, the upper body. We're coordinating both. Okay, we're going to do a bit of each. So we're going to do heel tap with a shoulder raise, toe tap with a chest press, alternating. So up for 2, and then forward for 2. So heel and shoulder, chest press and toe. Heel and shoulder, we'll do 1 more of each. Chest press and toe. Okay, this time we're going to take that leg out to the side and take that arm across. So this time we've got a little turn in the body. So we're working through the upper body, lower body, and this time the midsection. So if that feels quite difficult to coordinate, you don't have to take that leg out very far. You could just move it to the side laterally, and you're just going to press across with your hand. Really good. Okay. 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time, bring your hands up to your temples. We do a little turn in the body. So a little twist in that midsection, warming through the core, the lower back. Really good. This is the last one in the warm-up. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. And sorry, I was incorrect. So we're going to do these fast feet. So if you can see my feet, we're sitting up nice and tall in the chair, and we're just rolling those ankles around, moving those feet any direction you want. So we call these hot feet, fast feet. So it's really just getting those ankle joints, the toes, just getting those feet moving. Okay, well done. So hopefully, nicely roll those shoulders round, drop them down, get yourself back into neutral alignment. So hopefully you're feeling warmed up. What we're going to do now is we're going to do the next section, and we're going to do a bit of cardio. So we're going to have a little bit of disco music. So let's pop that on. Okay, here we go. So you don't need to keep up with the music. You go at your own pace. Let me know in the comments what you think to the music as well, because as you know, we have to use license-free music. So it's, you know, sometimes not always what individuals would like, but let me know what you think. I'm always interested. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a 40-20 split. So we're going to do 40 seconds of exercise, 20 seconds of rest. So we're going to start with, in the 20-second rest, you can rest, do nothing. You can tap your toes, or you can march. So this is our heart raiser, so we can march in this chair. Okay, but what we're going to do is our first exercise is going to be marching. So we're going to do a 40-second march. You can do it nice and sedately. You can really march out and use your arms, whatever is good for you. So here we go. Off we go then. So we're marching it out. Really just pumping those arms and legs. If you're not feeling that today, then you can just tap. Tap those toes. You could drop your arms. Just tap your toes. So we're moving that body. So all movement is great. So march it out. Okay, so we're going to repeat some of the patterns that we did in our warm-up. So hopefully you will find that easy. But again, do what you can. Here we go. So we're coming into that rest. So we're going to just take a rest. Okay, so just tap those toes while we're waiting for that 20 seconds to come round. So the next 40 seconds is going to be that heel extension and a chest press. So join me as soon as you feel able. So we're going to bring that heel forward, press those hands. So pushing forward from the chest, working through the chest here and the upper back. But let's have a little bit of purpose if we can. So feel like we're really pushing against something to move it out of the way. Adaptations, just do your arms, just do your legs. Don't have to put them together. Okay, good. Keep going. So really we could be stretching out that leg, working down through the back of those muscles in the leg. Or you could just be doing a little heel tap. Lots of opportunities. So off we go for that march. So 20-second march, or it could be a 20-second rest. However you're feeling today, you do it to your limitations, you do it and adapt it to what you need. Okay, toe point and extend those toes. Shoulder press, toe comes out. So we're reaching nice and high, stretching up, point that toe. We're really working. So you can see my hands are coming back to my shoulders. Let's try and do that. If not, if you need to bring them back to your thighs for a little rest, you can. Let's keep those arms nice and high. Fantastic. Well done. Keep going. We're coming into that march. March it out. Okay. Again, you could be resting or you're marching away. Feel your heart rate coming up a little bit, which is great. Okay, so we're going to do a stretch. Lateral leg, so leg goes out. We're going to do a little stretch over the body. So we're going to do this nice and slow and controlled. Get the movement pattern right. So take that leg out as far as you can. So for some, it might not be very far, but that doesn't matter. What I really would like is a nice stretch in that body if we can. Work those hip flexors. Fantastic. Okay, we're coming into that march. We've got about 2 more left. 1 more. And march it out. Okay. So who would have known that we can do a star jump in our chair? We absolutely can. So next move with star jump. So keep marching. So we can do a low star jump where our hands come to here. Follow me as soon as you're ready. Or we can take it up nice and high. If you're struggling with both legs together, you can do one leg at a time. Okay, but we can do star jumps in our chair. Brilliant. Okay. Always makes me smile. I don't like doing star jumps at the best of the time, but I don't mind doing it in a chair. Keep going. Very good. Well done. Okay, let's march it out, or take that rest, or we're tapping those toes. Tap along to the music. Okay, we're going to raise that leg, so it's opposite arm, opposite leg, so bring that knee up. We're just punching forward. So we're working a little bit in the core. The lower back, most definitely upper and lower body. Good all over movement. Okay, if you're just getting that foot off the floor, that's absolutely fine. If you can bring that knee up, brilliant. Okay. Let's march it out. Okay, we're going to introduce something a little bit more complex, not hugely complex, but a little bit more, just a little bit for the brain. Okay, so we're going to punch forward, both hands, and then up together, so forward, forward, up on them toes and punch high into the sky. So a little bit of extra coordination there, getting your arms up and toes up. Sometimes these things take a little bit of working out, a little bit of practice. One more set, so forward, forward, and up. Good, let's march it out. Okay, you're doing really well. We've got 2 more left, and then we're going to be taking another little tiny break while I change the music. And then we're going to pick up a band or weights. So we're going to do fly legs. So the leg opens, arms go with it. We can bring those elbows together, keeping those elbows nice and high, shoulder height, that's great. But if you're having to take them, you might want to go from that position, if that's a little bit easier. Okay, so just go to where you feel most comfortable. Really good. So we're working that hip flexor, working those shoulders and chest. Okay, let's march it out. Okay, last one in this section. We're marching through. Okay, next move. Knee comes up, elbow comes across. So just join me when you're ready. Now, as long as your knee and your elbow are coming into the similar region, that is good. You know, if you can get your elbow and your knee to meet, that's absolutely amazing. But I don't really mind, as long as we can get our elbows and our knees coordinating together. A little turn in the body means we're working the core. Fantastic. Nearly there. Give me 2 more. So 2 and 1 and march out. So we're going to march it. Take that down. Well done. So you've done that little cardio section. I hope you've seen and felt a change in your heart rate, which I'm sure you would have done. Really good. Okay. I'm just going to change the music. We're going to do the resistance section now. And what I'd like you to do is to, pop me a comment in the comments if you can. Just let me know how you found that. My beeper's going off. That will stop in a minute. Okay. Okay, so just very quickly with the band, people that have not used the band before, if you've got a band or you've got some small hand weights, that's also fine. So you may have some small hand weights and you can use those and adapt the exercises to use those, certainly. If you haven't got any resistance band or hand weights, then you can do these exercises without, but actually getting some resistance, working those muscles. So the resistance work is all about muscle mass development, and that is as we age, as we get older, you know, or we just want to get stronger, whatever age we're at, then pulling on using some resistance is going to really help. I've got a yellow band here, so if anybody wants to sort of do this in the future but haven't got a band at the moment, grab yourself a band off of any selling site, really. You can get them out of Tesco's, you can get them off Amazon, wherever. And what we're going to do is, when if we have our hands closer together, the resistance is stronger. Hands further apart, less resistance. When we come to wrapping it around our legs, the tighter you have the band, the more resistance you will have. Loosen the band off, the less resistance. So it's all really about how fit you feel and how much you feel you're able to do today. But most definitely you can build on the resistance bands. Yellows are probably the lowest resistance. There are red ones, blue ones, green ones. There's all sorts of manner of colors. They get harder and harder, stronger materials as well. All right. So we are going to start with the core today, and we're going to do, again, this time it's 45 seconds with a 15-second rest, and we're going to take that rest in between. The music is very gentle, and we've got somebody on the music counting us down, telling us when we're halfway. So you don't need me to keep counting us down. So hopefully you'll find that is good. Okay, so we're going to start with the band in front, and I want you to come to the front of your chair if you can. We're going to hold onto that band, and we're going to pull on the resistance, and we're going to hinge forward. We're going to keep that chin up. As we come forward, we pull on the resistance, and as we come back to sitting position. So we pull forward, and then come back to sitting position. Well done. When we get to halfway, we're going to go the other direction. So we're going to hinge backwards and then come back to sitting. So we're just working very simply. Right, so this time we go back and we come to sitting. So we pull on the band as we go back, come forward. Okay, so that action of hinging at the waist is really, really good for those core muscles.
4, 3, 2,
good, and there we're going to rest. Okay, next exercise. We're going to keep that band in front and we're going to twist.
ready.
So we're going to go right to halfway and then left
4,
for the second
3,
half.
2, 1.
Okay, so twist to the right. We're going to keep going to the right. As we come round the corner, we're going to pull on that band. We're going to pull a little bit of resistance on. That's going to make our lats work harder. That's the muscles down the side of our back, our core muscles, and of course, our upper body as well. Keep that bottom firmly on the chair. Right, left we go. We're keeping our hips forward. We're keeping our hips nice and square. We're not moving. Fantastic. Well done.
4, 3, 2,
good.
1.
Just roll those shoulders. Right, we're going to take the band around our back. Under our arms it goes. And we're going to do single arms first. So again, no band. You can just follow the action. So punch them forward with those hands. If you've got weights, you can just push forward with those hands. Superb. Keep going. Halfway, we're going to then go to double hand. So push both forward at the same time.
Halfway there.
Okay, both come forward. Fantastic. Okay, keep going all the way to the end.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Well done. Okay, we're going to take the band and we're going to pull it to our chest.
Get ready.
Hands come up, soft elbows, chin up,
2,
and then we're going to pull to our chest. "45 seconds all the way with this one. So we're working across our chest, working our upper body, across the back of our shoulders.
Halfway there.
Pulling on that band. So we're retracting the band, pulling on that resistance. Okay, tough one, all the way. Pull on that band and let it go.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Good, okay. Keep hold of that band in your hands. One hand, take your left hand,
Get ready.
pop it on your hip. We're going to pull that band up like an arrow. So we're going to keep the body nice and straight, keep those hips on the chair. So we're pushing up high into the sky, just like we're shooting an arrow. When we get to halfway, we're just going to change sides. So my apologies.
Halfway there.
Here we go, swap over. I planned a 30-minute routine, and we're going to go over. But I don't think I planned in all the explanation and trying to do the little bit of coaching, but I hope you appreciate that.
4, 3, 2,
because it's really necessary just to make sure you understand. So pop that band around your legs. We're going to do some legs now. Pull it on nice and tight. We're going to do alternating knees to halfway. So bring that knee up. Bring it up as high as you can. Be really interested to see in the comments whether you, at the end, whether you enjoyed, which bit did you enjoy the most and which bit did you find hardest. Okay, halfway we're going to go lateral leg movement, taking the leg out to the side. Here we go. So the leg comes out. I think people who come to my classes, they love the resistance work. Good, okay. We're going to take the band down to the floor and put it underneath one foot. Get some resistance on. We're going to take the band up. We're just going to do the right leg. So we want to either, so your choices are, so you're going to have as much resistance on as you can, and you're going to let your leg push out that band. You can either bring your foot back, just touch your toe to the floor, or if you just want to make it a little bit harder on yourself, you can just hover that foot halfway there over the floor. But the more resistance you have, the more work that leg is going to do. You can see my hands are really still.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Good, okay. We're going to change feet. We're going to do exactly the same on the other side.
Get ready.
So, taking that leg up. So keep those arms nice and still.
2, 1.
Up we go. Okay, so toe can touch the floor if you want a little rest, or you can just hover that foot over the floor. Brilliant.
Halfway there.
Okay, we've got one more exercise after this, and then we are done. Well, we're going to do a little cool down, but it'll be really, really quick. Okay, nearly there.
4,
Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so this time, both bands. So we are going to do some work on the arms just to finish. So bicep curl. So we're going to just take that. So the palm of our hand is facing upwards, and we're going to alternate. So we're going to alternate all the way. So 45 seconds all the way. We're not going to change. So you could start with quite a bit of resistance. You could then take some of that off if you start to fatigue. Or you could put some extra resistance on if you feel you've started too light.
Halfway there.
Okay. Last 20 seconds. Keep going. Brilliant. And we are there. Well done. Good. Again, let me know in the comments what you thought. I'm just going to turn that. We're going to put something else on now, just to wind down to. Let me. Okay. Just a bit of gentle music. Okay, I really hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I always enjoy teaching SitFit. And to be honest, I teach this about 3 times a week at the moment. It'll be 4 this week with this class. I'm just rolling those shoulders back. And I think it really helps me with my fitness as well. So, extra bonus. Okay, we're rolling those shoulders back, both together. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of other upper body stretches. A couple of lower body stretches before we go, and then bring those arms forward. Okay. I'm going to do a couple more. One more. Okay. Let's bring those arms round so the backs of the hand touch each other, and then open up and then come back. So you're really opening up that chest and then rounding those shoulders. Open the chest and round those shoulders. Good. As we come forward this time, grab hold of those hands, stretch those arms forward. Let's look through our arms down to our feet. Nice stretch across, so we're rounding those shoulders. Nice stretch across the back. And then we're going to take those hands, we're going to push those hands up. Nice stretch again, all the way through the back. Keep that chin up nice and high. And then we're going to finish our arm stretch with the hands behind our back. So I'll just move. So your hands can interlink here, or you can just pop them on your hips. Squeeze those elbows back. So we're going to do a little stretch for the midsection. Pop one hand on the side of your chair, one onto your thigh, and then just turn your body so you're looking over your shoulder. Get a nice stretch through the neck as well. If you can really turn your eyes to look to the back of the room. And then come back the other way. So I've played some of my favourite tunes today. Again, you could pop me a comment in, let me know what you thought of the music. Okay, we're going to take the leg. We're going to take one heel forward as far as you can. Take those hands out in front. And I just want us to push forward so we feel a stretch down the back of the leg. Again, keep that chin up so you're looking ahead. Drop forward a little bit more if you can. And back we come. Heel comes out. Forward we go. Excellent. And then if we can just bend our foot back under the chair, or if you can't get through the end of your chair, you can take your leg to the side of the chair so you feel a stretch down the front of that leg. So we do the back of the leg, the front. Leg the other way. So taking that leg either behind. And then we're going to finish, plant our feet on the floor, come up on those toes. Let's hold it there, feel a nice stretch down the calves. And then drop those heels. We're going to do that 3 times. So 2 more times, so up onto the toes. Drop those heels. And up we come again. And we are there. So give yourselves a little clap. Well done. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you've really, really enjoyed it. If you'd like to find out a little bit more about what I do, you can find me on Facebook at Frances Rayner Midlife. You can have a little look through my Facebook page and see some of the things that I'm up to. And if you have any questions, post them into the comments. And hope you enjoyed it. And maybe I'll see you back again. Okay, take care.